Hello dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. This is Nilesh Patil sir from the English Academy and I am recording this session for my dear students of Safalya coaching classes. I am recording this lecture for students of 9th and 10th SSC. Students, in today's session, I am going to explain a grammar topic. We are going to talk about auxiliary verbs. Now many of you might have heard the word auxiliary. Auxiliaries simply are helping verbs, and there are two types of auxiliaries: primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. In today's session, I am going to talk about primary auxiliaries. Before I begin this lecture, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Supriya teacher for asking me to record this lecture for the students. These days, we see because of this lockdown, our regular classes are not functioning. And so this is an effort to reach you people and help you out in your studies. So friends, without wasting much of our time, we shall begin with our topic right away. And here we are. Friends, I told you people what auxiliaries are. These are helping verbs, and there are two types of auxiliaries: primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Before we know the difference between the two, I would like to show you people primary auxiliaries. Now friends, here you can see a triangle in which there are these three groups of primary auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries are forms of verb to do, forms of verb to be, and forms of verb to have. You can see do, does, did are forms of verb to do. Am, is, are, was and were are the forms of verb to be. And have, has, had are the forms of verb to have. Now the reason I am telling you that these are the primary auxiliaries is because when I explain the difference between the two, you people should understand that we are going to talk about the difference between these auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Because you all know the modal auxiliaries. This term, at least you people already know the term modal auxiliaries, and you people have used them. And you people have used the primary auxiliaries also, but you might not have used the term primary auxiliaries. Right? Everybody knows do, does, did, am, is, are, was, were, have, has, had. Everybody knows these verbs. And you might have used them. But that we call them primary auxiliaries must be a new thing for you. And that's why I told the primary auxiliaries to you people. Let's move ahead. Now friends, here you can see the difference between primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries is explained. The first difference between the two is primary auxiliaries are helping verbs which can be used as main verbs, right? These can be used without a principal or main verb. Like in the sentence given here, you can see I am happy. Here the verb is this auxiliary am. Actually it is auxiliary, but here in this sentence it is functioning as a main verb. On the other hand, modal auxiliaries are used to show mood of the speaker. They express the mood of the speaker. They are never used as main verb. So when you say I can speak French, you are expressing your ability. But you see, you are using another verb. In this example, I must tell the truth. You see, along with must, which is a modal auxiliary, we need to use tell. Can we use a modal auxiliary in a sentence as a main verb? Definitely not. We can use the modal auxiliaries only with principal verbs. And modal auxiliaries show mood of the speaker. They have a specific function. Whereas, let me tell you children, primary auxiliaries are used to show the tense. Primary auxiliaries are used to show tense in a sentence. They indicate time of action. But in the sentences that are given here, you can see they are not indicating time of action. Actually, they are used here as main verbs. They are indicating action. Now the second difference, you people can see here, I have written these are bound by subject. Now what does it mean? Primary auxiliaries are bound by subject. That means they change with changing subject. Like the subject is I in this sentence. I am happy. So I have to use am, the primary auxiliary. But if the subject changes, he, I cannot use am. I will have to change the model. I will have to change the primary auxiliary. And it will be he is happy. I hope you have understood this difference. Now let us look at the modal auxiliaries. Children, modal auxiliaries are not bound by subject. That simply means even if the subject changes, the modal auxiliary does not change. Its form does not change. So I must tell the truth. He must tell the truth. She must tell the truth. They must tell the truth. Whatever the subject is, the auxiliary will not change. But in case of primary auxiliaries with changing subject, primary auxiliaries do change. Now I have already shown you people the primary auxiliaries. There are three different, we may say, forms of primary auxiliaries. There are forms of to be, there are forms of to do, and there are forms of to have. Please do not forget the primary auxiliaries. Now let's go ahead and know their uses. Now the first use of primary auxiliaries is they are used as main verbs. They are helping verbs which can be used as main verbs. So let us take some examples. I am happy. Here am is used as a main verb. I have a pet dog. In this sentence, have is used as a main verb. It is indicating possession. When I say I have a pet dog, I simply mean to say I own, I possess a pet dog. So it has a function. It is showing an action or a state. You can see here I am saying I am happy. I am talking about the state of being happy, right? Second thing, you see, as auxiliary verbs, primary auxiliaries as helping verbs. There are two examples given. The same auxiliary here, which was used as main verb, you can see is used here as helping verb. But when you see, when they are used as main verbs, you will find no other verb, no principal verb. But when they are used as auxiliary verbs, here you will find some principal verbs. Like here in the sentence, I am counting numbers. Counting is a principal verb. I have posted a video. Posted is a principal verb. So I hope you understand. The point is primary auxiliaries can be used as main verbs. That's the point. And if you people have understood it, we can move ahead. Yes, children. Now there are these three forms of primary auxiliaries. The forms of to do, the forms of to be, the forms of to have, which we have seen in one of the slides. But let me tell you, these auxiliaries are used, these helping verbs are used to indicate time or tense. So here you can see the forms of to do indicate simple tense. That can be simple present and simple past. The forms of to be indicate continuous tense. That is am, is, are, was, were. And the forms of to have indicate perfect tense. Have, has, had. Please try to recall the forms of to be, to do, and to have. And then keep in mind the tense in which they are used. Now let us try to understand the uses of these three types, these three forms of the primary auxiliaries. Now children, let's try to understand the uses of the verb to do. The forms of to do, does, did, you can see here. We use do and does to frame questions in simple present. Children, we use do and does in simple present. And why? To make questions. You can see here the questions. Do you read books? How do you travel? Does she cook? Does Himesh speak French? You can see these all questions are in simple present. And we have made use of do and does. Now we use do when the subject is I, we, you, they, or any other plural subject. And we make use of does when the subject is he, she, it, or any other singular subject. I hope the use of do and does to make questions in simple present is clear to you. Now let's move ahead. This is the second use of do and does. We use them to make negatives. We use do and does to frame negative sentences in simple present. And obviously we make use of did to make negative sentence in simple past. Now here there are a few examples. I don't read books. A sentence in simple present but negative. They do not travel much. A sentence in simple present but negative. She does not cook. Himesh does not speak French. All these sentences are negative. And you people can see here with I, they, we use do. He, she, Himesh, a singular subject, we make use of does to frame negative. Quite simple. I hope you people have understood it. Now children, let's talk about the uses of did. Like do and does is used to make questions in simple present and make negatives in simple present. The same way did is used to frame negatives and questions in simple past tense. And many of you already know it. Let's take these examples. Can you see here? Didn't Ajay watch the movie? Look at this. This is a question which is negative, a negative question. It can also be a positive question, but both the examples that you can see here, they are negative questions. But that does not mean did cannot be used to make positive questions. Did they like the movie? This can be a question. Did they not like the movie? This too can be a question. We are making use of did to indicate past tense. Look at this example. John didn't take the test. A negative sentence in past tense. We want to make negative using did. Shashi did not work here. Again did to make negative in simple past. Now children, I hope you people have understood what primary auxiliaries are, what their function is, what is the difference between primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. I hope you people understand. I hope you people have understood the functions of primary auxiliaries and the functions of modal auxiliaries. And I also hope you people have understood the different forms of the verb to do and their uses. Now in my next lecture, I will talk about the forms of to be and the forms of to have and their uses. Till then, bye bye. Take care.